Hey guys, it's been a little bit since I've done a video on the holidays. I hope everyone enjoyed their holidays. We're now in 2016, just getting back into the groove of things. So the first thing I'm actually going to do is recently on the latest AutoView update, we added export. I'll show you here. Export data. And what it does is it takes your settings, the overview data, the numbers here, your performance summary, and the list of trades. It'll copy it all to your clipboard. And this is good. I found that a lot of people, actually the chart I'm looking at is a 2-hour strategy, but a lot of people are trying to figure out the 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, the short-term strategies, as I'm pretty sure we'd all agree that they are likely the most profitable ones if you do crack the code. The problem is that the back test on a 1 minute strategy only goes back 7 days, usually 10 days at most. Sometimes it only actually goes back about 3-4 days. So what we've done with this export is it allows you to take the data and then you can forward test. If you follow a strategy for a month, 2 months, 3 months, you'll be able to have all the data, go back in time and see how the strategy itself would have performed. If you have a few strategies on 1 minute that you want to track, you can do this to all of them. So what I'm going to do now is go over. I've got a blank template here. All the equations are put in place. All it is, if you go to your performance, all these numbers are all just equations from your list of trades, right? So all we did was we mimicked and recreated all the equations here in this Google sheet that I'll share. Anyone will be able to copy and paste from it, and I'll show you how to quickly export your data, get it into one of these, and start tracking all your trades on a 1 minute strategy so you can get a better idea of how the strategy performs over a longer period than maximums of 10 days. So let's do that. The first thing, you've got your blank strategy. I'm going to open a new tab, Google Sheets here, just a blank one. Pretty sure I already exported the data. If not, get your strategy up, click the export button, it'll copy it to the clipboard. I like to paste it in a blank one so you don't override, obviously, all the equations we've done. So as you can see, here are my settings. My TMA length, my SMA length, Heiken Ashley candles are true, my initial capital, I got pyramiding set to 10. So this is not into blank, so you can just copy that over. There's lots of room and space for it. Paste it in. Next is the net profit, total trades, etc. So that we don't need because we're going to create this ourselves. The same with all this, we don't need. We're going to create it ourselves. In the blank document, you'll also see that the trade numbers are already in here to 102. You can just copy this, paste it, as you add trades. Just go along. Because every time you copy from the clipboard, of course, it's going to start back at 1. So you're best to do this. Leave this section out from the paste you just did. So grab it from type, scroll down to the bottom of your trades. We'll grab the open one here too. Just copy all your trades. Come over here and paste them into place. And we should see, there it is. All your calculations are done. So this strategy would have net a profit of 683. I always do contracts, just one order type. So this is actually what we've traded in Bitcoin. It would be similar to buying Bitcoin at $1 and selling it at $683. If you're playing leverage trading 10 times, 20 times, I think on times 20, the leverage, you're looking at about 100% trade for every $10 move. So a $100 move would net you about 1,000% profit. So we're looking at about a 6,000 to 7,000 profit here. Of course, this is 2-hour strategy, so we're going back all the way to 2014 when we opened our first short, which actually netted almost 1,000% profit itself. Yeah, probably about 1,000% profit on that first trade. Would have been a great time to start that. Last couple trades, not too bad on this strategy. This is the P2V2. The actual published strategy was published before we knew any better with the Heiken Ashley candles see, we have to actually go back. The one that's actually published will repaint on your graph because it's using the current Heiken Ashi candle, which is not completed. So it's kind of like looking into the future. The backtest will look fine, but when you run it, it will not be. So all you do is you add this little brackets 1 to these couple things here. So now we're using the last Heiken Ashi candle. It actually ended up resulting in a better profit factor and overall better net profit doing it this way. We got lucky because most strategies, once you add this to your Heiken Ashi, the strategy is no longer good. So I think it just goes to show how solid this Penner 2.0 or P2B2 strategy really is. Yeah, so that in summary, I know there's a couple of you looking for me to make some videos. I'm just getting back into the game, so the next couple videos I make will probably be over the next couple weeks, and they will be touching on what some people want to see in PineScript. I know there's a couple of you that would like to see how to take profit in sections. I've played around with it a little bit. Actually, you might even be able to see it in this strategy. Where's the strategy that along? Yeah, in the strategy.entry, you can see that there is quantity. I don't know if I'll control click. There is quantity, right? So we can set the number of contracts that we open. And then the same thing on the strategy.exit. It's already coded in here. We're closing 100%. So in theory, if I just close 25% at a time and added quantity here, say 4 contracts, right? So now it's going to open 4 contracts. In theory, it should only close 1 at a time. I played around with it. It didn't work very well, so there's probably going to have to be some workarounds or hacks that we got to do to get it working. Like I said, I'll play with that over a little bit. Right now, the main focus is definitely just getting some strategies out there. We've got a couple, some that now that we're tracking, we'll be able to see how well they do. There's only the 2 for Bitcoin on the 2 hour. The rest have all been 1-minute strategies. They've done well for some people, not so well for others, depending on when they've started using it. Kind of up and down. I think we're all looking for a consistent profit. It doesn't have to be much, even 10% a week on a balance, no pyramiding or anything like that. So you put in $100 and you make 10 a week. Exponential on that is going to make you a lot of money over time. So we know our goals, we know what we're looking for. This is just a piece of the puzzle. It's going to allow us to track our 1-minute strategies for a longer time period. So then we'll be able to siphon out the bad ones, keep the good ones, tweak the ones that are getting there, and so on and so on. So I'll share a link to this blank template. I'm actually going to step back a couple steps here so it remains just a blank template. I'll share this in the description so anyone can just copy paste this into your own Google Documents, and then you saw how quick and easy it is just to grab your export, drop it in a new blank template and copy your things over, and you're good to go. Actually, we've also added auto invite to our Slack room, so I'm going to add that into the description. So you'll no longer need to PM me or anything. Anyone can join anytime. It is a free group. It's mostly based around our own cryptocurrency, but there is an auto view room in there where there's a bunch of us that are some traders, some people working on strategies, that are just working on a daily basis to try and crack the code. So yeah, that'll be the end of this, what was expected to be a 2-3 minute video, is now touching on 10. So I'll leave you guys at that. If there's any questions, as per the usual, send me a PM on TradingView, if you got my Twitter handle, or the easiest way is just join our Slack group and you'll see up to date literally every day, every time, everything we're doing. Okay, good luck guys. Bye.